Hello everybody, welcome to Contrarian Row. I am the Contrarian 357. Well, another leftist comedian got himself in trouble last week, but unlike Kathy Griffin, Bill Maher still has a job. Why, you ask? I'll answer that question shortly, but before I do that, let's go back.
I gotta get to Nebraska more.
You're welcome. We'd love to have you work in the fields with us.
Work in the field.
That's part of that. That's
Senator. I'm a house nigga. No, it's a joke.
Now, piece of crap race pimp Al Sharpton called for Bill Maher to be fired. I have to say, at least he's consistent on the issue. I mean, he did not tap dance around this issue. But here's my question. What gives this race pimp the moral high ground to lecture Bill Maher when the race pimp has made racist comments that he has yet to apologize for?
Yes. You want to be the only nigga on television, the only nigga in the newspaper, the only nigga can talk. Don't cover them, don't talk to them, because you got the only nigga problem. Black folks was in the cave when we had built empires. We learned to admire them, but they knew to admire us. We built pyramids before Donald Trump ever knew what architecture was. I think that hate is an emotion. I would love to use love, but if I've got to use hate, I'll deal with what my hand calls for.
And don't forget about Tawana Brawley. He's a fucking racist.
Black people don't have the institutional power to be racist or to deploy racism.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I see. Maybe that's why he still has a show on that corporate media network, MSNBC. Now, I'll bring up Al Sharpton to put this all in perspective. It's going to lead me to my next point. Now, Michael Eric Dyson, Symone Sanders, and Ice Cube were studio guests on Bill Maher's show last week, and these three would go onto that show to give Bill the tongue lashing that he deserved, call him out on his racism, and call for his firing.
And I'm not trying to get on your case, Bill. I'm telling you, I like your show. I like you.
You know, I wasn't one of those folks calling for Bill Maher to be fired. I think he just needs to be a little bit more educated.
Well, that's odd. Remember Michael Richards?
Rules out, he's a nigger! He's a nigger! He's a nigger!
Michael Richards showed more contrition in his apology, but his career tanked because he called some niggas in the audience niggers, alright? Paula Deen's career tanked. What's so absurd about this is Symone Sanders even had the audacity, the unmitigated gall to criticize the Republican senator on Bill Maher's show last week for not speaking out against Bill Maher's use of the word. He's not guilty of anything.
I was caught off guard by Ben Sasse's reaction because this is exactly what is wrong with the Republican Party and why the Republican Party has failed to garner a large swath of African American votes. When you are faced with the chance to stand up against something, stand up for something, you falter. Now, I am very appreciative of the comment and the statement that, Senator Sasse put out afterwards, but it was a whole almost 24 hours later. In that moment is what matters, and in that moment, Ben Sasse failed us.
I guarantee you, if this Senator Sasse had his own show as a conservative and he used the word nigger in a form of jest, Symone Sanders would have called for him to be fired. You know what? I'm so sick and tired of that double standard, man, you don't even know. Now, I believe Michael Eric Dyson filled in for Al Franken when Al Franken canceled his appearance due to this controversy. Now, I think the conversation between Bill and Michael on the phone before the show went a little something like this. Hey, Michael, bro. Hey, Bill. Michael, I'm in a bit of a pickle, Michael. I'll watch your show, Bill. I know. Okay, well, Al Franken ditched me. I need you to fill in and do me a solid. What? I mean, I'm down for the cause, right? I'm down for the brothers. And I fuck black chicks who look like trannies. So, come on the show, give me a lecture and give me a slap on the wrist so this whole controversy can pass, my nigga. Gotcha, Bill. By the way, I'm Jewish.
I wanted you to come by here because, you know, I want you to to school me. I did a bad thing.
Yeah, well, that's a great place to begin, Bill.
What gives Michael Eric Dyson the moral high ground to lecture Bill Maher when the intellectual racist Michael Eric Dyson has made racist comments that he has yet to apologize for? Dr. Dyson is a race-baiting extraordinaire who sees the world through a racial prism. And of course, black people's problems are all white people's fault.
Well, Georgetown sociology professor Michael Eric Dyson has a solution to white privilege. He says white Americans ought to create individual reparations accounts to compensate black Americans for centuries of oppression. What I don't believe in is collective guilt. And that's why I'm confused by the phrase white privilege.
Well, white privilege doesn't suggest guilt. It suggests responsibility and accountability. I don't believe in collective guilt, but I do believe in collective responsibility.
Responsibility and guilt are synonyms in this case.
And when it comes to the N-word, as they say, he's quite the hypocrite, as you will see now.
We got to understand, nigger is a global phenomenon. And if you're a nigger wherever you are, this is why I use the term with promiscuity. I understand that as a nigger in America, there are niggers throughout the world. Can we connect through our core niggerdom to understand the vicious ways in which we have been subverted?
Okay, firstly, if you want non-black people to stop saying the word nigger, shouldn't niggas like Dr. Dyson take the lead and stop saying nigger themselves? Secondly, Dr. Dyson, the intellectual racist, gets to make sweeping statements about white people needing to atone for the struggles of black people. He can talk about how Donald Trump and Jeff Sessions are racist, even though there is no record of these two making racist statements. But Bill Maher can outright say the word nigger and he gets a pass. Leftist logic is weird.
And you know, I've taken a lot of heat, people saying you're a coon, you're a sellout. Why would you dare go on the show with your guy who's your friend? Because they figure that I'm going to be complicit with you, that I'm not going to challenge you, that this is an easy pass.
Funny he felt the need to bring this up because that is exactly what he did. Now, I will reveal later why I thought this happened. But Symone Sanders was also a guest. Now, whereas Dr. Dyson can make his racism sound intellectual, Symone Sanders is just plain dumb. What gives Symone Sanders the moral high ground to lecture Bill Maher on his racism when she's made racist comments on CNN that she has yet to apologize for?
We don't need white people leading the Democratic Party right now. The Democratic Party is diverse, and it should be reflected as so in our leadership and throughout the staff at the highest levels.
Black people don't have the institutional power to be racist or to deploy racism.
What do you say to the people who dragged a poor white guy out of a car and beat him?
Oh my goodness, poor white people, please! Oh my, stop it, Carl.
Oh my God. Well, thankfully, she saved her thoughts on this controversy until Ice Cube, Mr. Niggas with Attitudes, came onto the set to promote his album, which ironically has the word nigga all throughout it. Now, what gives Ice Cube the moral high ground to lecture Bill Maher on his racism when he has yet to apologize for his racist lyrics?
Ease back right, bitch, I don't play that. Just because I got on my LA hat, stalking, walking in my big black boots is my jingo. Now you want Mandingo, big black and handsome. I should hold your devil ass for ransom, sorta like Patty Hearst, but I burst first, bitch. And you know what's worse? I'm coming from the land where the choppers roam. So fuck you, bitch, and your copper tone, stringy hair, no derriere. You don't care if me died from the cracker. You don't care if me have a heart attack. You don't care if me get carjacker. You don't care cause you're nothing but a cracker.
Black people don't have the institutional power to be racist or to deploy racism.
Now, just as Dr. Dyson did, Ice Cube would feign enough outrage to make this charade believable, then let him off the hook.
I know you heard it's in the lexicon, everybody talking, but that's our word now. That's our word now. And you can't have it back. I know they trying to get it back. It's guy, and I'm not talking about you, Bill.
Yeah,
I'm not talking about you, Bill.
But you made it.
I made it. I'm done, and we can laugh now. We can tell jokes.
Okay.
Good job, nigga. Laugh at my jokes, nigga. By the way, I'm Jewish. Now, racist Symone Sanders has some words that are not worth entertaining because she's stupid. So, let's wrap this up. Now, Bill Maher still has a job because the left tolerate their own racism. See, their idea of fighting racism, or better yet, in most cases, perceived racism from conservatives, is to fight it with actual racism. Because their racism is so self-righteous and is the result of actions of evil white conservatives. And Bill Maher, since Bill Maher is an advocate for black issues, he gets a pass from the 3 house Negro pets that you saw in this video today. The studio was Bill Maher's plantation, and these house Negroes went to pacify the master. This is indicative of the far left movement today. It is headed up by white elitists who use black people as political pawns for their end game. And these 3 play their roles well. Now, Ice Cube had to be especially careful to toe that line, because I'm sure Bill Maher has some Hollywood connections. And if Ice Cube got too aggressive with Bill, perhaps his acting career would be over. One final note. To all the black folk out there like myself who are not a part of the black herd mentality, I hope this video is an indication to y'all of who the real coons and Uncle Toms are. Do not allow pro-blacks to project their slave mentality on you. I'm through. Thank you for watching, everybody. Please tell me what you think in the comment section. Please like and subscribe, and do me a favor, if you like this video, please share it. If you like any of my other videos, please share it. This is the Contrarian 357 signing off from Contrarian Row. Again, thank you for watching. Have a good day.